Hello everyone, welcome to a different sort of video. Here in front of me I have my C64 Mini. As you can see, it's not a new item. I just thought while I had it I would have a look at it, see what's inside. Not going to do any gameplay or anything like that today. Just going to have a look, see what we can see. It's modelled on the 64 obviously, but it comes with two USB ports and a off switch, that is. And on the back we have a powered in with a micro B. A HDMI out, and that's it. There's nothing else. Oh yeah, ventilation holes, really required for something like this. It's a static keyboard, doesn't do anything. I know you can buy a mod kit to change this into a working keyboard, but I think it's quite expensive and I don't see the need for doing that. However, I have had this open once before, just so I knew what I was getting myself into. And if I can get the feet off, there we go. I do know that the board inside of here is really small, like Raspberry Pi type small. It's a little bit bigger than a Raspberry Pi, but not by much. You can't use the same enclosures, but it's a dinky card. It's a dinky card anyway, but it's a dinky card even more so when you consider how big this case is. I mean, I know it's not a massive case. Screw doesn't work up here. Knows it's being filmed, it doesn't want to play. Right, okay, moving on. So yeah, it's built specifically for doing this job, but it's obviously an emulated C64. It's not going to be a real one. On with the show. Yes, I definitely think the screws have been stripped. Won't let me open it without. Oh, I need to try and get this one out. Hey, there we go. So, all the screws are out. Let me take the bottom off this, and we will have a little cable, which is for the LED. So, put that to one side for now. Getting photo bomb by my remote control. So, as you can see, size difference. It's like them bags of crisps or chips if you're American, where the bags look massive, and when you open them, it's only a quarter full. This is the same thing for this, but I suppose you couldn't really have made the case any smaller because it just looks silly. So, oh, and yes, they are weights, because this thing is so lightweight, it needs something to hold it in. As the joystick does as well. I've had the joystick open, I'm not going to do that on camera today, because basically it's just a circuit board, nothing interesting. It's what is interesting about the joystick is it's not micro switched like the original Competition Pros that it's based on. But it's weighted again, so it feels as heavy as a real one, but it's not. I don't think it's as good as a real one, to be honest, but you know, what can you do? Right, here we are. Big main chip, an A20, which is an ARM CPU, it's SoC. It's running Linux. And then we've got one memory chip there, 256 megabytes, I believe. Just checking my research. I've read and seen other videos about this, and apparently the reason why there's a gap is that it may well have come with two chips, 128 each, but at the time we were going into production, 256 was as cheap as using two, so I don't think you can populate that one with another one, but might be worth a try. And you've got this one, which I think is the controller chip for all the other ins and outs. We see an unpopulated SD card reader slot, and again I believe that was there because when it was in pre-production you used it to flash the ROMs. This is the operating system and the games, I think, I'm pretty sure. And we have a serial port connection down here, I think again just for testing purposes, so I don't think you can fill these in. And they've not revised the board since, but I mean, just look at it, it's a little dinky thing. On the side we've got a reset button, two USBs, HDMI, a mini micro B, I should say. And we have two pin plugs. One is for the LED, as you saw. The other one, I believe, is on some of these kits, if we see the bottom plate, this section on some kits had a switch that went from one of the ports to there, and underneath there was a hole and you could reset it. Which I think does the same as that button there that says recovery. Again, these buttons were used for pre-production, but these later cases, I've still got a later one that doesn't have that fitted up, or there's not even a hole in the back. So, but yeah, as we see the LED, and I know this can be changed as well, so I don't know, I might do that one day. Oh, wrong way round. But to be honest, I'm looking at getting others, these mini computers. The Amiga is one, and some of the consoles I want to get, but that doesn't make sense. So what I'm hoping to do, and this might be a later video depending on the interest I suppose, I'm going to try and make a case for this. I don't have a 3D printer, but I'm going to try and make one out of something, possibly wood, I'm not sure. Or I might even make an enclosure that holds more than one, because I think by the time you get about 5 or 6 of these, you get everywhere. Anyway, so there you go. That's a very belated look at the C64 Mini. As you can tell, I'm not really a technically gifted person, but I do have to say it's a dual core ARM chip, ROM, that's the operating system, on there's RAM. You can load your own games in through one of the USBs. I say, quite a look, different type of thing for me. Just thought I'd try it, see what the interest is. So if you enjoyed this, then please like it, helps me. Comment down below if you want to see anything else like this. And with that, I'll see you soon.